Every big game loses features on the way to launch. GTA 6 is no different. Except when Rockstar cuts something, the internet loses its mind about it for 2 years. So today, everything that's been cut, scrapped, or was never real in the first place. And I'm grading all of it. Cut means it existed and got removed. Scrapped means it was in development and got canceled. And never real means it's fan fiction other channels are still selling you as a leak. Some of these actually hurt. A couple are good riddance. Let's go. Some of these actually hurt. A couple are good riddance. And the timing's perfect. Because on August 27th, Rockstar is finally dropping an extended look at GTA 6. So we're about to find out what else changed. Let's go. First, why this happens. Quick context, because "they cut it" gets treated like a betrayal, and it usually isn't. Games get built over years. GTA 6 has been in development for well over a decade. In that time, teams build hundreds of features, and a lot of them just don't work. Either they're not fun, they break something else, or they eat performance the game can't spare. And that last one matters here more than usual. GTA 6 has to run on a base PS5, hardware from 2020, while simulating hundreds of NPCs, real water physics, and destructible buildings. Every feature costs something. So the question Rockstar keeps asking is this worth what it costs? Red Dead 2 famously cut a whole chunk of content. GTA 5 cut features that showed up in early trailers. It's normal. What's not normal is how much of GTA 6's cut list we actually know about, and that's only because of the 2022 leak. So let's go through it. Dual wielding. Let's start with the one people are most annoyed about. Dual wielding, holding a gun in each hand, was reportedly planned and then removed. And there was real evidence it was being worked on because the 2022 leak showed hand switching. Jason and Lucia could fire from their left or right hand depending on which side of cover they were on. So the tech for "the game tracks which hand your weapon is in" clearly existed. But going from that to a full dual-wield system is a big jump. And credible leaks say it got cut. Honestly, I think that's the right call. Dual wielding sounds cool, but it's a nightmare to balance. It usually turns into just always use 2 guns, which flattens the whole weapon system. And GTA 6 is going the opposite direction with weapons. Limited loadout, guns stored in your car trunk, choosing what to bring. Dual wielding fights that entire design. Cool feature, wrong game. Prone. And this one stings a bit more. Going prone, lying flat on your stomach, was reportedly in development and got cut around 2025. And unlike dual wielding, this one actually would have fit. Think about what GTA 6 is building. Cops who investigate, witnesses who describe you, surveillance cameras you have to avoid. Stealth clearly matters more than it ever has in a GTA. Being able to drop flat behind cover or hide in the swamp grass in grass rivers would have slotted right in. The likely reason it's gone? Animation cost. Prone means every single transition has to be built. Dropping down, crawling, standing up, getting shot while prone, going prone on a slope, near a wall, in water. That's an enormous amount of animation work for something most players use rarely. So, understandable, but a genuine loss for the stealth crowd. The dynamic cover system. This is the most interesting one on the list. The 2022 leaked footage showed a dynamic cover system, the smooth, automatic kind you see in The Last of Us, where your character just naturally slides into cover instead of you mashing a button at a wall. Everyone who saw it was hyped because GTA 5's cover system is genuinely clunky. But according to a 2025 leak, that system didn't work, and Rockstar reverted to a traditional button press cover system. Now think about why. In a linear game like The Last of Us, the designers control every wall and every corner. In GTA 6, you've got an open world with 700+ interiors, random props, cars parked at random angles, and destructible walls. An automatic system has to make the right call in every one of those situations, and when it guesses wrong, you get stuck to a wall you didn't want while being shot at. So it's a downgrade from the dream, but probably an upgrade from a system that fought you. Sometimes the boring option is the right one. Crypto and the stock market. Scrapped and confirmed by the person who originally reported it. Back in 2021, insider Tom Henderson reported GTA 6 would have a full cryptocurrency system and a stock market. Fans ran wild with it. Imagine mining Bitcoin in Vice City. Imagine crashing a crypto coin with a mission. Then Henderson himself came back and confirmed both got scrapped years ago. And the timing tells you everything. The 2022 crypto crash. Rockstar was clearly building towards something crypto-flavored, watched the entire market implode, and correctly figured that by the time this game shipped, in-game crypto would look incredibly dated. Good call, honestly. Nothing ages a game faster than chasing a trend. The stock market's a bigger loss, though. GTA 5's Lester assassination missions, where you tank a company's share price and cash in, were genuinely brilliant. But GTA 6 looks like it's replacing that with something better anyway. Businesses, property, and money laundering. Different flavor of the same idea. Hurricanes and tornadoes. This is the one you still see in clickbait thumbnails every single week. Free roam hurricanes and tornadoes were reportedly in development and got scrapped back in 2023, according to credible reporting at the time. They might still show up in specific story missions. A scripted storm during a mission is very different from a simulated one, but you're probably not going to be cruising Ocean Drive and watch a hurricane roll in. So if you see a thumbnail screaming, GTA 6 hurricanes confirmed in free roam, that's outdated information being recycled for clicks. Don't fall for it. What is confirmed? Dynamic weather, rain, storms, heavy fog, and lightning. Rockstar's own job postings asked for a senior programmer experienced in dynamic weather simulation, and leaks suggest roads can flood in heavy rain. So the weather is real and impressive, just not apocalyptic. The foliage. This one's not a feature, but it's the most recent thing to quietly get cut down, and it caused a whole fight. When the new screenshots dropped, people compared the grass around Jason's safe house to the same spot in Trailer 2, and it looks thinner, less dense. Now, most of the downgrade panic is people comparing shots taken at different times of day, in different lighting, from different camera angles. That accounts for a lot of it. But the foliage specifically? I think that one's probably real, and here's why it's not a scandal. Vegetation is one of the most expensive things in a game to render. Every blade of grass costs performance. When you're optimizing a world this size to run on a base PS5, dense foliage is one of the first things you dial back, so it's a real trim. It's also the reason your frame rate won't fall apart. Pick your battles. Not cut, just not ready. Quick note, because these three get lumped in with cut content, and they're a different thing entirely. Online isn't cut. Rockstar's page calls GTA 6 a single-player experience, and leaks point to online arriving weeks, maybe a couple months later. PC isn't cut either. It's just Rockstar's usual playbook. GTA 5 took nearly 2 years to hit PC, and the disc isn't cut content. It's a business decision. None of those are features that got removed from the game. They're things arriving later, or never existing in the first place. Delayed isn't deleted. Don't let a thumbnail tell you otherwise. Rockstar always does this. Here's the context that should calm everyone down. Rockstar cuts stuff from every game, every single one. Red Dead 2 is the famous example. Data miners found entire cut missions sitting in the game files, plus unused characters, unused locations, even a whole town that never made it in. There's a full-on community dedicated to digging up RDR2's cut content, and that game is still considered one of the greatest ever made. GTA 5 did it too. Features shown or hinted at in early material quietly vanished. That half-built skyscraper Michael stands in front of? People spent years convinced you'd be able to buy and develop property. Never happened. And San Andreas, a game people hold up as the peak of GTA features, had plenty cut before release as well. So when you hear GTA 6 lost dual wielding and prone, put it next to that. Red Dead 2 lost entire missions and still ended up a masterpiece. Cut content isn't a warning sign. It's just what finishing a game looks like. Never real. Grove Street Turf Wars. Now the other category. The stuff that was never in the game to begin with, but people talk about like it was cut. Never real. There's no evidence of a San Andreas-style turf war system where you take territory block by block. None. Zero leaks, zero hints. And it makes sense when you think about the story. This is a Bonnie and Clyde tale. Two people against the world. It's not a gang epic. A turf system belongs in CJ's story, not Jason and Lucia's. So if you were hoping to spray paint tags and take back Grove Street, that was never on the table. You can't cut something that was never in the plan. Never real. The rest. Quick round of things people insist were cut that never existed. Evolving tattoos that change based on your achievements. Pure fan fiction. Tattoo parlors will almost certainly be in the game, but the magic evolving version isn't a leak, it's a Reddit post. Full San Andreas RPG stats. Driving skill, shooting skill, lung capacity, all leveling separately. There's no evidence of that full system. Weight and muscle look real. A complete stat sheet does not. Layered clothing like Red Dead 2, where you pick undershirt, overshirt, and jacket separately. No confirmation. The cloth physics are genuinely best in class, so the tech is there, but nobody's confirmed the layering system. Playing as a third character, no evidence at all. Two protagonists confirmed. Not cut, just never real. Here's the rule. If the only source is a Reddit post, it's not a leak, it's a wish. What survived? The good news. Now let me flip it, because if you only list what's gone, you'd think this game got gutted. It's the opposite. Look at what made it in. Weight and muscle from San Andreas. Euphoria physics from GTA 4. The greet, threaten, rob menu. Fences, hair growth, and limited weapons from Red Dead 2. 700 plus enterable buildings. Cops that investigate crime scenes. Real simulated water. Destructible buildings. Systemic robbery in any shop. A relationship system that changes the story. A phone that works like an actual phone. Rockstar cut dual wielding, prone, a cover system, and a crypto market. They kept and built everything else. That's not a game that got stripped down. That's a game that got focused. So that's the list. Dual wielding, prone, and the dynamic cover system. Cut. Crypto, the stock market, and free roam hurricanes? Scrapped. And turf wars, evolving tattoos, and full RPG stats? Never real to begin with. Now I want to know, which one actually bothers you? Is it prone, the cover system, or are you just mad about the disc? Drop it in the comments. I read them. Subscribe and ring the bell, because on August 27th, Rockstar drops Grand Theft Auto 6, an extended look. 3 p.m. Eastern on Netflix, then free on YouTube at 9 p.m. That's our first real gameplay, and the full breakdown is going up here the moment it lands. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.